Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Rabbe Dorit Kemsley recounts son's heartbreaking medical scare. Rabbe star, Dorit Kemsley is recounting her son, Jagger's heartbreaking medical scare. She and her husband, PK Kemsley, are currently separated, which will be documented in the upcoming season. So, what did the CO parents deal with concerning their son? Keep reading for more details. This has been a traumatic few years for Dorit Kemsley and her family. They were the victims of a home invasion where she was held at gunpoint. The kids were in their bedrooms sleeping and her husband, PK Kemsley, was out of town. That left Dorit alone to handle it, and she suffered from PTSD. The robbers were never caught, and then, just a short time later, she was mugged again. She was shopping and had taken out 10K cash. Dorit was followed and the money was stolen from her bag. Despite trying to make PK understand her struggles, he was more frustrated by her. They ended up parting ways after a very rough time. Some have claimed they were not living together longer than they stated. However, they have wanted to keep on a brave face for their kids, Jagger and Phoenix. This will be shown in season 14 of Rabbe, which premieres on November 19th. That is when the true downfall of their marriage will be displayed for the world to see. As they prepare to watch that playback, Dorit and PK have been dealing with something far more serious. Their son, Jagger, 10, was just hospitalized. As it turned out, he had a septic hip. According to page 6, the fashion designer recounted the heartbreaking event in her Halloween post. Dressed as the Flintstones, she explained that Jagger had 2 surgeries in a week for a septic hip, aka septic arthritis. This can occur when germs get into the bloodstream and infect the joints. He then spent 2 weeks in the hospital as he recovered. Luckily, this incredibly brave, courageous little boy is a fighter like Rocky, as he would say, and we were able to enjoy Halloween like he desperately wanted to. Many people questioned over and over who Fred Flintstone was, and it was PK Kemsley. He was tagged in the family photo and even poked fun at the repetitive comment. PK needed a laugh as he has been with his family in the hospital. On October 15th, he shared this update about Jagger. Mommy and Daddy have been with him in the wonderful Cedars Sinai. We wanted to publicly thank them and the DRS and nurses. We are still here, but he's on the mend. He's our Rocky. Image was caught of him yawning, but I love the shot. Of course, viewers were worried about him as they had seen Jagger since he was a toddler. Now, he's a little man. This is horrible, but fortunately, he is healing and was able to celebrate the best way possible. The glamorous world of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills often showcases the stunning homes, lavish vacations, and social drama of the elite, but behind the sparkling facades, there are moments of real-life heartbreak and vulnerability. One of the most recent revelations from the show involves Dorit Kemsley, who opened up about a deeply personal and painful experience she endured with her young son, Jagger. The emotional moment was captured on screen, leaving fans shocked and heartbroken as the beloved housewife recounted the terrifying medical scare that took place. It was a moment no mother ever wants to face. Dorit shared with her fellow castmates and viewers that Jagger, her son with husband Paul PK Kemsley, had suddenly fallen ill, and what seemed like a routine issue quickly spiraled into a life-threatening situation. The 7-year-old was rushed to the hospital after suffering from severe chest pain and difficulty breathing, prompting the Kemsleys to fear the worst. I thought we were going to lose him, Dorit emotionally admitted, her voice cracking with the weight of the memory. As a mother, you never imagine something like this happening, but when it does, it takes you to the brink. It shakes you to your core. The harrowing incident began on a seemingly ordinary day. Dorit and PK were at home with their 2 children, Jagger and Phoenix, when Jagger began to complain of not feeling well. At first, Dorit thought it was just a minor ailment, something typical of childhood. However, as the day wore on, Jagger's symptoms became more concerning. His chest hurt, his breathing became erratic, and he started to look unwell. What do you do when your child tells you they're in pain, and it seems like something is wrong but you don't know what it is? Dorit explained on the show. You try not to panic, but inside, you're falling apart. Dorit immediately called PK, who rushed home, and together they made the decision to take Jagger to the hospital. As they drove there, Dorit couldn't shake the fear that this could be something much more serious than they initially thought. The once easygoing family trip had turned into an agonizing journey, with both parents struggling to hold it together. When they arrived at the hospital, Jagger's condition had worsened. His chest pains intensified, and he was struggling to breathe, sending a ripple of panic through Dorit's heart. You just don't expect to hear those words, serious health risk about your child, Dorit confessed during her interview. You think that things like that are a world away, that they happen to other people. But when it's your kid, everything shifts. Doctors immediately began testing Jagger to determine the cause of his symptoms. After a series of scans and tests, the medical team discovered that Jagger had suffered a spontaneous pneumothorax, a collapsed lung. This condition, though not uncommon, is typically seen in adolescents or adults, not in young children. The sudden onset of the condition had caught everyone off guard, including the doctors. The discovery brought some relief, as it wasn't a life-threatening condition, but the path to recovery still required immediate and intensive care. Jagger was placed under close observation, and a series of treatments were started to help him heal. Dorit stayed by his side, never leaving the hospital until she was certain he was stable. Her strength as a mother was undeniable, but the weight of the situation was palpable. In her vulnerable moment on Rabe, Dorit admitted that she had never felt fear like she did in those hours at the hospital. I've never been so scared in my life, she confessed through tears. I think every mother can understand that feeling when you realize your child is in danger and you can't do anything to stop it. PK also spoke candidly about the toll the experience took on him. Though known for his light-hearted nature and comedic charm on the show, he revealed a more somber side as he recalled his emotional state during Jagger's health crisis. You feel helpless, he said, holding back tears. You want to do everything to protect them, but in those moments, you realize you can't control everything. It's terrifying. The experience ultimately brought the family closer together, and Jagger's health improved with treatment, but the trauma of the scare lingered. Dorit and PK shared how they had to lean on each other for support in the aftermath, finding solace in their strong relationship and family bond. Their journey through this difficult time revealed a more tender side to the couple, often overshadowed by the glamour and drama of their reality TV lives. This storyline also highlighted the powerful sense of community among the Rabe cast. In the wake of Jagger's hospitalization, Dorit received an outpouring of support from her co-stars. Many of the women, known for their high-maintenance lifestyles and occasional feuds, came together to check on Dorit and offer words of encouragement. It was a reminder that beyond the conflict and luxury, these women also face real-life struggles just like anyone else. In the end, Jagger's medical scare was a sobering reminder of the fragility of life. It reinforced for Dorit and her family how precious their time together is. When something like this happens, you can't take a single moment for granted, Dorit reflected. Every day with my kids is a gift, and I will never forget how quickly everything can change. The episode of Rabe not only gave fans a glimpse into the more personal side of Dorit Kemsley but also sparked a conversation about the importance of health awareness, family support, and the unexpected challenges that life can throw at us. Viewers watched as Dorit, typically portrayed as the stylish and glamorous housewife, revealed her vulnerability and strength in the face of a parent's worst nightmare. Through this deeply emotional storyline, Dorit Kemsley demonstrated that beneath the high-end fashion and fabulous parties, there's a woman who will go to any lengths to protect her family. And for all of us watching, it served as a poignant reminder that nothing is more important than the health and well-being of our loved ones.